I see that just behind you there, you've got a Hirth engine. Weren't you using Rotax?
We've pretty much exclusively run Rotax over the past 25 years, and we've just recently started running the Hirth engines.
Now, I was down in Florida, and I was flying on the Excalibur, and I believe I talked to you about the performance that I was finding there.
Yeah.
How are you finding the Hirth engine on your applications?
Well, this very airplane that we're standing in front of, I've run a 503 on it. The plane felt a little weak with two people in it. Fantastic flying airplane with one, but it was a little weak. So I discussed with Matt about running his 55 horse engine in place of the 503 on this plane, and I did get the engine from him. And as I was flying the 503, I started feeling like I might like a little more horsepower. And that's when he explained to me that he can actually increase that motor to 65 horse. He actually ended up exchanging the engine for me, being the super guy that he is. And I started running the 65. So I've not run the 55 horse on this engine, but the 65 horse compared to the 582 that we've also run on this airplane was hands down a showstopper on climb. The 65 horse Hirth has just been an extremely reliable engine, and I notice a lot snappier jump off the ground, a lot better climb than we were getting before. Also noticing a little bit of fuel savings in the engine. So it's we've had a good time with it. So this plane's had a 582 on it Rotax, it's had a 503 Rotax on it, and now we have the 65 horse Hirth on it, and I'm extremely pleased with the engine.
Now, as far as the installation goes, compared to a 582, you don't have radiator and all that to consider on this.
That's right. This engine, when we mounted this engine up, we found it just to be a lot easier to mount and configure to the aircraft. You don't have to come up with a place for a radiator. It doesn't have one. It's all air cooled, and it cools well. We're not having any problems with it in the pusher configuration. And truthfully, the performance that we're getting out of this engine, it's outperforming the 582 and actually weighs a little less than a 503 with electric start.
And what about TBO on the engine, Matt?
This engine has a 1,000 hour TBO rated at 75% power.
Did you have any problems changing from a Rotax mount over to the Hirth style?
I had to design a new mount for the Hirth. We have that at the Kolb factory now. If you decide you want to run a Hirth engine on your on any of your Kolb products, of course all the Kolb airplanes have the same base mount, work off the Lord mounts. Then we have the mounts for the Hirth engines that you can just bolt right up. Quick.
And that includes exhaust systems and that type of thing?
He actually supplies the exhaust systems with the Hirth engines. So the new mount that we designed actually has the muffler mount built right onto the motor mount. So it's a pretty quick, easy adaptation.
Now, what about reduction drive ratios and that type of thing? Rotax had, I think, 3 or 4 different reduction drives that you could use.
That's right. I just simply went with the prop that I had on my 582. And I explained to Matt that I was looking to use the same prop that I was running on the 65 horse 582, and he said just increase the pitch because you're going to have a little more behind it. And I believe it's a little less reduction. What is the reduction that we're running on this one?
259 to 1.
259 to 1. So it's about the same thing. So it actually is putting out a little more power.
But it looks like a bigger reduction drive than you'd find on a B. It almost looks like the C drive on there.
Well, I'll let Matt explain everything about his redrive system on there.
This is called the Hirth G50 gearbox, and it's very similar to a C box in the construction and design. It uses a rubber, what Rotax calls the Hardy disc. We call it our dampener. It's the same rubber isolation between the engine. It's a very robust box. We use it clear up to our 100 horsepower engine on the same exact gearbox.
Now, what about electrical for charging system and that type of thing? What kind of output do you have got for it?
This is a 250 watt lighting coil. It's about 21 amps. It's plenty of power for most applications.
And electric start available for it as well?
Electric start is available in recoil or both together is possible.
Now, what about warranties and that type of thing compared to, say, a Rotax engine?
I'm not sure what they're doing anymore, but our warranty is 1 year against any defective part from the date of delivery of the engine, and we also have a 3-year prorated warranty on the crankshaft.
So how many of your aircraft, will this engine or will the Hirth line of engines
The
work on?
Hirth line engines will work on all of our aircraft, and we expect to offer them on every one of our aircraft. So this particular engine, the 65 horse, it'll actually work on 5 of our models that we have available right now with the same mount that we have on this plane. And the mount is also identical to their 55 horse, which would be more desirable for the smaller tandem Firestar. Other than that, this engine will run the Mark III Extra, the Mark III Classic, the Cobra, and it'll run this Firestar 2 SS, and you can also run that on the Slingshot. So it's it's plenty of power to operate any of those. And of course, Matt offers some little larger engines if you want to have a little more horsepower on your Cobra and your Mark III Extra. That of course you can run all the way up to 100 horsepower on.
Now, say you wanted to run on floats, do you feel that this engine would have enough?
This engine has enough power to do about anything you'd like to do with this aircraft.
So if somebody wanted to get more information on your aircraft, where would they go?
If they want to get more information on any of the Kolb aircraft line, they'd go to kolbaircraft.com, or they'd give us a call at the factory at 606-862-9692.
And if they wanted to get information on the Hirth line, where would they go, Matt?
You can go to our website. It's recpower.com, recpower.com.
Where are you physically located?
Oh, we're located in Northwest Ohio, near Toledo, Ohio. We've been in business for 20 years.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.